A cruiser is all about style and attitude. Arms and legs are stretched out, all nice and chill, and you kinda get your lean on. The seat is low and comfy, and there is this deep throaty exhaust note singing in your ears. You can easily do some custom work and personalize a cruiser. Is there such a thing as a stock Harley-Davidson? Only if you're lame. They are meant to be a canvas for expression. Many of us in the motorcycle world tend to be brand biased, so I am gonna pull out from each manufacturer what I think is their best cruiser for under $15,000. I'll leave it to you to tell me all the ways I am right or wrong, and I will also leave a little bit of information at the very end with respect to what else you could get that is just barely over that 15,000 mark, but with some haggling could be brought within the budget. But before we get started, if you're new here and you want to catch some amazing motorcycle related content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, it is impossible to think about cruisers and not be thinking about Harley-Davidson. Owning a Harley is for many a lifelong dream and is often the only manufacturer they even want to consider. When you own a Harley, you are buying far more than just a bike. You are joining a family of riders, and every member of the family is unique. This is exactly why I choose the Softail Standard to spend my $15,000 budget on. The Iron 883 and 48 are fantastic, but if I was gonna buy only one bike that I can fit within my budget, I'll definitely choose the Softail. This gives you a 107 cubic inch Milwaukee air engine that makes 110 pound-feet of torque. Yes, the Evolution engines are fine, but they don't have the same big V-twin essence that you get with the 107. Now, the biggest reason to choose the Softail Standard, it's a blank canvas. Now, Harley knows you are gonna be diving deep into the Scream Eagle catalog, so they give you the platform you really need to start building off of. Now, Honda offers 6 models that fall within the price limit: the Fury, 2 versions of the Shadow, and 3 sizes of the Rebel. But if I was spending my money on a Honda cruiser, I would definitely be going for the Rebel 1100. The big Rebel just has the right mix of size and stance, Honda ergonomics and Honda reliability. Powered by a 1084cc twin-cylinder kicking out 86 horses, with a wet weight under 500 pounds, this is a bike that certainly will get up and go, but in typical Honda fashion, there is nothing overly dramatic about how it gets the job done. The entire package is well engineered, and for a cruiser, it takes the corners very well. As a final bonus, the Rebel 1100 is the only cruiser on the market with an automatic transmission as an option. Now, Yamaha has a great bike in the Bolt, which is saying something since cruisers aren't really Yamaha's forte. The only other option is the little V-Star 250, and that is really a bike built for the riding schools, at least here in North America. The Bolt is a pretty cool cruiser. It is 942cc air-cooled V-twin, spins the back tire via a belt drive. Now that sounds like a Harley-Davidson kind of setup, which it sort of is, but with just half the displacement. Yamaha builds high-quality machines, and this is evident looking at the Bolt. The price might be low, but the quality definitely is not. The engine is torquey, the suspension does better than average, and with the teardrop tank, it presents a clean bobber look. The part selection is not as deep as the other brands, but the Bolt does stake well to some custom add-ons. Now, welcome to the hardest choice on the list. Indian has some great offerings that stay under the $15,000 mark, so this really comes down to how you ride and the little things that matter to you. Here are the choices: Scout or Chief, 100 horsepower water-cooled or 108 pound-feet air-cooled, aluminum frame and lighter, or steel frame and a bit heavier. If I was to choose the Scout, I would definitely be looking at the Scout Barber 20 because I just love the look of the whole package. But the Chief just calls to me. I love the big torque from the Thunderstroke 111. It makes over 100 pound-feet, just over 2400 RPM. Even though it is heavier than the Scout, the instant pull regardless of gear that the big twin provides definitely will put a grin on your face. Then there are the small details. The Chief has 3 ride modes and cruise control. Now those are definite wins in my book. Comfort, style, power and options make the Standard Chief my choice if I was buying an Indian and had only $15,000 to spend. The Triumph Bonneville lineup isn't what most think of when considering a cruiser, but the Barber, oh yeah, it is British cruising at its finest. Based around a 1200cc parallel twin, it makes 77 horses, and Triumph manages to strip the Bonneville into a factory custom with a hardtail look that masks a very capable suspension with a rear monoshock. This bike has a great parts catalog and allows your personality to shine, creating your own distinctive ride. The old school look hides all the modern tech like cruise control, 2 ride modes and all LED lighting. Now this is the cruiser for fans of the British style as compared to the traditional American V-twin. Now who's ready to do some haggling? You need to toss on your negotiation phase and get ready to wheel and deal. But if you can convince the dealer to give you a small discount, there are a few more bikes that could be yours for $15,000. Now these are some bikes worth that effort. At just a hair over the price gap, the Street Bob is powered by the larger Milwaukee 8114 engine, and it makes 119 pound-feet of torque with a nice fat power band. The classic #1 graphic on the fuel tank needs to be seen to understand just how nice HD's paint job actually is. Combine the sick paint job with the mini apes and overall blackout look, and you have a big step forward into a custom looking and higher performing Harley-Davidson. The Suzuki Boulevard M109R Boss. Now this is the Suzuki cruiser I would go for and haggle at the dealer till they give it to me just to get me out of the showroom. This is a muscle cruiser that will certainly give your arms a stretch. It sits low on a 2/4 section rear tire and just has a menacing look. Powered by a 1783cc liquid-cooled 54-degree V-twin, it produces a brawny 128 horses at 118 pound-feet of torque. Cruisers need power, and this Suzuki has that. Surely the dealer will let you have one for the 15,000 limit. Now for something completely different but so damn cool, the BMW R18. Sitting low at just 27.2 inches and positioning the rider deeply behind the 1802cc stunning boxer engine, this bike totally unique. The sound is distinct and hints at the 116 pound-feet of torque. This may be the hardest one to negotiate down to the 15,000 mark, but it makes for a killer platform to begin customizing. I strongly suggest you trying to win the price battle before you ride it, because it can totally steal your heart. So this is no easy list, and spending $15,000 should give you a pause. There is so much to consider, but try and keep it simple. Which bike fits you? The moment you first get a leg over and lift the bike off the stand, how does that feel? Trust yourself, but if it feels good and not great, start asking questions about adjustments. Now each bike has a range of ergonomic tuning that can be done to fit you to the bike. Which bike can you just not stop staring at? The one your eyes keep lusting over. Again, this is a huge conversation when you are ready to spend some hard-earned cash. I think you will find within this group the right bike for you, but don't worry if your taste is not the same as mine, because that is the best part of all this, that there is something we can all get excited to ride. Let me know which cruiser would you go for if you're looking to get one under the $15,000 mark, and why. Leave them in the comments down below. If you like this video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.